channel. I'm sorry if the lighting's a little off today. It's a bit overcast outside, so I'm not really sure how this is gonna turn out, but I still have a great video planned for you guys today. If you're new here, then welcome. I'm so glad you could join us today. This channel is a lot about professional development, finances, college tips, so all kind of combined into one. But if this is stuff you're interested in, please subscribe. It really helps my channel out. My social media will be posted at the bottom right corner, so make sure to check those out as well for update. For today's video, what I'm going to be doing is talking about different methods I use to get a job right out of college, which are super helpful. So I think you guys will like this as well, whether you're in college looking for a job or out of college looking for a job. I think these are tips that everyone can use. So if that's something you're interested in, just keep on watching and we'll get on with the video. The first thing that I think is a good first step, especially if you're a college student, is getting a LinkedIn page if you don't have one already. This is super great because it's a great way for you to connect with people who might be looking for somebody in your major, and even if they're not hiring you right away, because you might be a sophomore or a junior, by building that connection, it's gonna make it a lot easier. LinkedIn will show your job experience, it'll have your picture. Previous employers can even talk about you and just how great of a job you did. If you ask them, they can put it right on your page for recruiters to see for when you graduate college. I think this is something that's really cool. It's a great way to kind of start and get connected with people and just meet people who may be looking for somebody in your major. So the second thing that I think is really great is networking, and I love this because it actually landed me the job that I'm gonna be working in soon. So I think networking is super important because most likely a lot of the people you network with won't be for the job that you have, but typically what I've found from a lot of other students is you at least network with one person that you're going to be working with later on once you graduate. So if you keep going to networking events, then you'll kind of eventually meet the person that you're going to work with, and I guarantee you it'll be like one person you talk to. Me, it was completely unexpected, the company that I worked for, because this was a company that I didn't really know about at first. I talked to the recruiter there briefly and he remembered me, and that is what landed me my new job. So it's definitely important to get yourself out there and meet professionals in your career type, because it might help you land your first job out of college. And the third thing that goes along with networking is going to career fairs, and this has helped me so much. I personally suggest your sophomore or your junior year, once you kind of have at least a little bit figured out what you'd like to do after college, go to these career fairs like your sophomore or junior year. If you do that, most of the jobs have like little pamphlets they give you about their company, so you can start to kind of see, if you collect a lot of them, what type of company would be a good fit for you and that you'd want to work for. So then by the time you're in your junior year looking for an internship, or your senior year looking for a job, then you'll know exactly what you're looking for. And it's a good thing to do some research before you look for a job. So by having like years before to kind of collect pamphlets and see what type of company you'd want to work for, you're kind of like gaining knowledge of what you're looking for. It's like apply for the right places. The fourth thing that I think would be great is applying for an internship for a company you're interested in. I personally actually didn't do this, but I think it would be really helpful. Countless amounts of friends who have done internships with companies and they're now in a full-time role with that company. So I definitely pick a company that you're interested in, because if you show that you have really good work ethic with the company, then most likely they're gonna realize that and try and offer you a job later down the line if you seem to be successful and a good fit. So definitely do an internship with a company you could see yourself working for in the long run, because if they see your work ethic, then they might just offer you a job. The fifth thing I recommend as well is applying to multiple positions, and I say that because you never know what company you're gonna fall in love with. I've had all these other companies kind of that I've like thought that I wanted to work for, and then I've met this amazing one that's great. So I think that it's important to diversify the amount of jobs that you work for, because you never know which one is going to be a fit for you. Like I said, I really didn't think that I would end up with this company because I just didn't know a lot about them, but once I got to know them, it was like, wow, this is a great company. Like, I really want to work for them. I love their mission statement. I love everything about them. Definitely diversify the amount of companies you work for, because you never know, the one that could be your last choice might actually be the one that you eventually put as your first choice and want to work for. And the sixth thing I recommend is use your school's career services, and I think that this is important, especially now in the current situation we're in. I know a lot of people aren't on campus, obviously, because of this pandemic that we have going on, but speaking from the university I just graduated from, they have been so helpful to me and so helpful to my friends. So I definitely recommend at least reaching out to them if you're a graduating senior, because it might help you in the long run, and you never know, they could pair you up with a perfect company for you. The seventh thing that I recommend is joining professional development or different groups on LinkedIn that might be helpful to you in the long run. I know that I follow personal development pages and sales pages because I'm in sales, so that's something I'm interested in. And for my personal development one, it gave a lot of tips on how to interview, how to make people interested in you for employment. So I really like that group because it really talked just about how you go through an interview process, how you get the job, all of that. I also really loved my sales one, so I recommend that you kind of do a personal development one that'll help you with applications and stuff, or help you with interviews and stuff, and then one that has to do with your field as well, because I've learned so many different sales strategies just from these like group pages. I definitely recommend you do that. Also, there could be other people who are part of these groups and platforms, so then you might get connected to them, and that's another job opportunity as well. The eighth thing that I recommend is reaching out to recruiters for places that you are interested in. So this can go a long way. I've found that every recruiter I've talked to is so passionate about the company and their job, so they're going to be so excited to tell you about their company. Even if you don't end up getting the job, it'll be a great experience. I've never had a bad experience with the recruiters, so they're always just so happy to be there. So what I would normally do before I connect with them on LinkedIn, I would send them a message. I think it's something like, Maria wants to connect with you, and it'll say like, let's connect, or something like that. I have the option to personalize this message. So what I'll normally say is, hey, whoever, I'm really interested in working for blank. I was wondering if you could take some time to tell me a little bit about the company. And they're always so happy to do it. So I think this would be a great opportunity. And even if you don't get any of those jobs, you still will meet so many incredible people. Another thing that I just learned that's super helpful is LinkedIn gives you this option to filter out the job you're looking for to entry-level positions. So I know a lot of people struggle with the fact that they'll look up a job that they're interested in doing, and as they're clicking on each job, it'll say something like 5 years of experience, and most likely just graduating out of college, you're not gonna have that. So what I do, there's a thing at the top where you can for a job that says experience level. You just click down there, hit entry level, and there are some of them that pop up still and it says like 1+ year of experience, but for the most part I've seen a lot of them saying like 0 to 2 years of experience, so you can still apply. There are ways to find the job that's perfect for you. The 10th thing that is very important is appearance for the interview. I definitely recommend investing in a nice suit or pantsuit. This will go a long way for you. I know mine was about $150, so it was very expensive, but I wear it all the time, so I've found that I have gotten a really good use out of it. I would definitely say for anyone to do this, because I think that it's so nice to look your best, because at an interview, especially in a client-facing role, we have to give them the perception that this is how she's dressing for an interview, so this is how she's gonna dress when she faces a client. So I definitely recommend investing in a nice business suit if that's like the type of role that you're gonna be going into. And those were all the tips for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. I post every single day, so make sure to turn on your post notifications so you don't miss me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.